Hello and welcome to Atheist Bible Study. I'm Joe Dixon. Now, for those who are new to this, I usually record these every couple of weeks. I used to record them every day, but I've gotten busy and now it's become every couple of months. Sorry. But what the deal is here is that I read from the Children's Bible, Bible for Children, and I read this shit. But you see, because it's the Bible and it's boring as fuck, well, fucking isn't boring, but the Bible sure is. I need an alcoholic or an adult beverage to get me going. So what I do is I'm gonna drink some gin. There's some gin here, and then here it's a little bit, and then I know, and some tonic. So tonic's already in there. Just gonna pour some gin in. I'm gonna drink this, and then we're gonna read from the Bible, the Children's Bible, and we'll take off where we left off. So hold on, let me drink this down. I hope you join me in that. Anyway, let's now, as I suddenly put the top back on the gin, don't want to knock that over and pour it out on the floor. Let's just get into this, and we will now read where we left off. Now, Paul, he was now the star of the show. It used to be, well, it used to be a lot of people. It was the Bible, for pretty sick. But anyway, they killed off the main character now. The main character was Jesus for a while. Now, he's dead, or up into heaven, or whatever way you want to take it. And now Paul, that motherfucker's now in charge. So, Paul, I'm Paul, this is my church. All right, so now Paul got himself fucked up. He was out being Paul. If you've just followed his previous videos, Paul just blah, 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 and just annoying every fucking body. So anyway, here we are. And so he got his ass beat, and here's his, and now they're about to take him and to be executed or tortured or whatever. And he makes his defense. So beginning there, he makes his defense. This is in the Children's Bible on page 494. I don't know where that is in the so-called real Bible. Well, anyway, I guess we're around Romans 1, 8, 15, and Acts 21 is what we're going to go through. So if you want to follow along in the adult Bible. Oh, here we go. He makes his defense. Is it again in the Children's Bible if you got that book. All right. As Paul was being led into the castle, he said to the chief captain, "May I speak to you?" I decided to give him that voice. He answered, "Can you speak Greek? Are you not that Egyptian who made an uproar and led out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers?" That's what the guy says to Paul. But Paul said, "I am a man," I just changed his voice, "I am a man who is a Jew for Taurus." Jew of Taurus, because not for Taurus, of Taurus. He's a Jew who owns a Taurus, I guess. A city of Cilicia, I don't know. It's C-I-L-I-C-I-A. Who gives a fuck? A citizen of no mean city. I beseech you, allow me to speak to the people. That's what Paul's saying. Let me speak to the people. And when he had given permission, Paul stood on the stairs and beckoned with his hand to the people. And when there was silence, he spoke to them in the Hebrew tongue, saying, before I get into what I'm saying, I just want to point out that in the Children's Bible, that Paul, remember, has been basically arrested, about to take him off to beat him up, and he says to the guard taking him away, please, let me speak to the people. And the guard says, yeah, why not? Because that's the way it works. Because you remember that time when Charles Manson and Jeffrey Dahmer and any sort of serial killer you can think of is being led off, and he goes like, no, I need to speak to the people. And they go like, oh, sure. Yeah, of course you want to speak to the people. We're idiots. Go, speak to them. So anyway, he gets on the stairs and he starts speaking to the people. Men, brethren and fathers, this is Paul now. Men, brethren, and fathers, hear my defense, which I make known to you. When they heard that he spoke in Hebrew, they kept all the more silent. Like, wow, he's speaking in Hebrew. Hubba. I am truly a man who is a Jew. I'm truly a man who is a Jew. That's what he says. I'm truly a man who is a Jew. Can you believe it? Who's ever heard of a Jewish man? I'm such a Jew and a man. That's just... Okay, I gotta move along here, people. Gotta move along. All right. Anyway, so truly I'm a man who is a Jew. Truly I'm a man who is a Jew, born in Taurus, a city in Sicilia, because it's real fucking important where he was born at. Yet brought up in this city at the feet of Gamaliel, and taught according to the perfect manner of the law of the fathers, and was zealous toward God as you all are this day. I persecuted to death the followers of Christ, binding and delivering into prisons both men and women, although mostly men, because apparently there's no, he says men, brethren, and fathers, he doesn't call for any women, so I can only assume he's doing this speech on the stairs of a gay bar, and it's just dude night, no lesbian night. As also the high priest, and they're just all dudes for some reason. It's men and women who follow to Christ, but mostly men is everything I can tell, because the women are like invisible. Also, as also the high priest will bear me witness, and all the elders, I received letters to the brethren, and went to Damascus to bring them which were there to Jerusalem to be punished. Whippity whip punished. Then Paul told of his conversion and the baptism and his presence at Stephen's feet, and how the Lord had commanded him to leave Jerusalem, saying, "Depart." This is my God voice. I'm sorry, not Jesus. Jesus! But that's not Jesus. This is my God voice. "Depart, for I will send you far from here to the Gentiles." Which would I think, sending the Jew to the Gentiles is not really the way to go to God, but yeah, that's what he did. The people listened until this word, and then they lifted up their voices and said, "Away!" There's all of them speaking. This happens a lot in the Bible. People just, as a group, all speak together. It's weird. "Away with such a fellow from the earth, for it is not fit that he should live." So they were pretty pissed at him for saying that he was working for, I don't know, whoever he was working for. And God told him to do this, and they said, "Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Fuck you, Paul. Go fuck yourself, Paul." And they cried and cast off their clothes and threw dust in the air. That's, you know, they're really pissed. You know people are really pissed when they start stripping. They're like, "Oh, I'm so angry." They cried. And they ripped off their clothes. And they cried and cast off their clothes and threw dust into the air. The chief captain commanded him to be brought, the chief captain commanded him to be brought into the castle and ordered that he should be questioned by torture. Wow. You'd think he was a Palestinian, so that he may know why they cried so against him. And in the next chapter, he pleads Roman citizenship. This is the next one. As they bound him with thongs. Oh, that's hot. Let's put some thongs on this motherfucker. They're gonna teach you, Paul. We're gonna put you with some thongs. You're like, all right, yeah. Paul said to a centurion that stood by, "Is it lawful for you to torture a man who is a Roman and uncondemned?" When the centurion heard that, he went and told the chief captain, saying, "Take care and what you do, for this man is a Roman." Oh, he's a Roman now. Before he was a Jew. Now he's a Roman. Oh, that shit sure changed fast, didn't it, Paul? Then the chief captain came up and said to Paul, "Tell me, are you a Roman? Are you?" He said yes, as Paul said yes. And the chief captain said, "For a great sum I obtained this citizenship." And Paul said, "But I was born a citizen. I was born a citizen. I'll die a citizen. I'm a citizen, citizen of Rome. Roman, Rome, Rome. Romy, Romy, Rome, Rome. I love Rome. I love Rome. I'm a Jew from Taurus. I own a Taurus. I own a Ford and a Chevron. And I'm from, I don't know." And immediately they were to have questioned him, departed. And they who were to question him departed. And the chief captain was also afraid, because he knew that he was a Roman citizen, and because he had bound him. He had bound him in thongs, which is apparently a bad thing to do with a Roman. You know, you never see the Italians in thongs. That is just not their thing. On the next day, because the chief captain wished to know why Paul was accused by his enemies, he loosened him from his bands, from his thongs, and commanded, so his dick fell out, and commanded the chief priests and all their council to appear, and brought Paul down and set him before them. But when there arose a great dispute, the chief captain, fearing that Paul would be pulled in pieces by them, because they were really pissed at whatever the fuck Paul had said that was important, commanded the soldiers to go down and take him by force from among them, and to bring him to the castle. The following night the Lord stood by and said, "Be of good cheer, Paul, for as you have testified for me in Jerusalem, so must you bear witness also in Rome." So isn't that sweet of God? God suddenly shows up and goes like, "Don't worry, man, I got your back up." Like, because Paul just said like, "Fuck you, these guys are about to tear me apart. Where the fuck were you at, you asshole?" God, go fuck yourself. You know what? You know what? Do your own goddamn dirty work. I'm sorry. I mean, goddamn you. I mean, damn you. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about, God. Just fuck off. Fuck off, God. I got shit to do. But no. He goes like, oh, right, whatever you want, God. Whatever you. Bring the tushy here, God. Bring your tushy. Oh, good thing it doesn't exist. All right. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Atheist Bible Study for this time. That was 2 stories, two. I'll do more next time, and hopefully I will finish up this goddamn book real soon. I just want to finish. I can't believe I've been reading this fucking book for like over a year. Over 2 years, 3 years. How long has it been? Check it yourself, ladies and gentlemen. How many years has it been since I started? Because I've lost count. I've lost count how long I've been reading the fucking Bible, children's Bible. The real Bible was even worse. All right. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.